What's up, friends? This is Manni, and you're not going to believe how strong the old Skadi and Dragoons can be on the Nuo robot, my friends. I'm recording this video here straight from the sunny Thailand, and wow, my eyes are really brown in this other camera. But yeah, let's hop into the action right here, okay? So, there's a Crisis robot, and he just gets hit twice by the Dragoons and a bit of the Skadi, and that's it. That guy, Pathfinder, already gone, just after a second of fire at him. So that's what we're looking at here, the Nuo at level 6 Mark II, with pretty well leveled Skadis and Dragoon. And the map is Springfield, so we have open spaces. We have basically the perfect conditions for weapons with 600 meters range. However, there's even better conditions for weapons with 800 or more. We're starting the chain link to one of our allies so that we can get the increased damage out. And yeah, we're already beginning to work down some Crisis robot and this and that. And remember that the Nuo can fly for as long as he wants. Nothing forces you to go back down to the ground other than just enemy firepower. So if you notice you're getting focused by a sniper from far away, it can make sense to just drop down to the ground behind cover. But in this situation here, the enemy is capturing the beacons with Skyros balls. In their base they have a bit of stuff, but there isn't really anything that makes it, well, forces me to land right now. However, now we have an enemy coming up in a, not Fury, what is it? The other thing, the Condor. So I stay out of 500 meters range because that's the laser range of his weapon. And I'm staying out of that, making sure that I'm not an attractive target for him. And as soon as he begins to land, I'm gonna fire at him everything I've got. The Dragoons are recharged, so let's pop him instantly. He phase shifted, he had a stealth from a drone, and he still goes down. So he just utilized so many different defensive measures or things, and it still wouldn't help. He would still go down. Here we have a Skyros, he just unfolded. Bad idea. Now, capturing the beacon behind me would be so easy with this fast Nuo robot. Honestly, the Nuo is really becoming one of my favorites. It is true that it can get shot down near instantly by another sniper, right? A thing like shock trains, ultimate shock trains, or Gauss Volt, it can one-shot the Nuo. And that's kind of cool, because it means that this new robot has obvious weaknesses, and it's not an overpowered broken machine that cannot be destroyed, you know? It can be destroyed pretty easily, actually. First stealth on him. Then we're firing again after my phase shift. Second stealth on him. Why a second one? I'm not quite sure why he's got a second one. Yeah, okay. Ooh, we're taking a lot of damage. Oof, oh boy. I'm phase shifting for a second time. That's the only reason I'm still alive. Now I'm landed, I regenerate my ability because that gives me a shield, 300k when I land. So I have a temporary shield that protects me for a while, and when I start flying again, I will get another shield once I land, right? So we're flying up, we're healing up a little bit, and I'm not even using the build, the pilot that came with the robot that gives you some great durability, HP, and better healing. I'm basically just using passive pilot skills from my Manni pilot that I have equipped to the Nuo. And wow, I'm taking so much damage. So I'm again forced to phase shift and to land, and then to protect myself with the extra upon landing shield that you get from the drone that we're running right here. And that is a Titan right there. But I can still fly up, I can utilize that shield for as long as I have it and drop the Titan. But he's blocking some of that damage with his shield. But look how much damage we're ramping up. That was a quick 800k damage that we just ramped up on him. Very fast. With Dragoons and Skadi, my friends. These weapons are known to be doing no damage. The Dragoons kind of hit really hard, but they fire like 4 shots and that's it. And they take forever to reload. The Skadi are known to be doing nothing. They unfolded a decent, okay amount of damage for the short time when they fire, but then they're empty and they basically just trigger reloading forever. So these weapons are not known to be doing good damage, but look what we can do with it on the Nuo when we get to play the Nuo for a long time, get to enjoy the damage boosts that the robot is bringing. And yeah, and one thing I appreciate about the Nuo is that although it is a new robot that is certainly powerful, no question about that, it allows me to run older weapons that would normally never be seen or played by anybody, to run them effectively, like the Skadi and Dragoon. When was the last time we've seen a setup like this function properly in the game, right? So yeah, I appreciate that a new robot revives some older setups here. And by the way, if you enjoyed the content and you're not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing, staying tuned. I know I promised you guys to do the live streams also from vacation, but I have noticed that my internet here is not very stable. I was even playing just Brawl Stars the other day and making a video on the Manni Plays channel for Brawl Stars. I couldn't even play Brawl Stars perfectly, like it would lag even there. So I thought a live stream with like where I need constant 8 to 10 mbits per second upload is probably not gonna work that well. But I might give it a try. And also, I do want to give you guys some sort of video log or maybe a vacation log or something, you know? Because apparently you guys have a lot of questions. You want to see something, and I see a lot of questions like that. And I have a GoPro with me. I have my phone with me, so I can technically record something. Not sure how I cover the audio quality, though, from commentary. Maybe I just do post-commentary. Maybe I just record visuals that I want to show you and record post-commentary over it like I do right now. That is one way of doing it, because this microphone here is not meant to be plugged into the iPhone and used on the way. Or, well, I think it isn't. I could try. I will run around with this big thing here in my hands while recording a video on the street. I don't know. I'll try. Let's see. Let's see if I can find a good way. But yeah, there's certainly a lot of really cool stuff that I think I could talk to you about and show you about Thailand. There are some very specific, Thailand-specific things that I've been asked about a lot. Like, for example, keyword ladyboys, right? Yeah, they're here. There's a lot of them. And no, I can't tell. I just can't. Sometimes I can, but not always. I just can't tell. It is crazy. So there's a lot of topics that we could talk about, and I think you seem to be been very interested in that from the questions that I gathered in the last comment. And yeah, so let's go a little bit beyond just gaming here and share a bit of the personal experience that I can make with you guys in an upcoming video, okay? But for now, we're enjoying. Oh my goodness, hey, bro, go away. I did 43 damage to him. How did I do 43 damage to him? I don't think I have anything in this setup that can do as low as 43 damage. How did that happen? Maybe my drone just gave him a little nudge, but I think even the drone will do more than 43 damage. Anyways, let's keep going. There's only one set of weapons that I can imagine doing this kind of damage. And I've made a video about it. Where's he always coming from? Dude, where are you always coming from with that thing? I don't understand. He's got 350 meters teleport range, doesn't he? Where is he coming from? I don't get it. But yeah, I got him in the end. Thankfully, it's no longer having to worry about that guy. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, Trickster. Trickster, not Tamer or Subduer or so, but Trickster, the Corrosion version of these weapons, you know? These weapons, they can do basically like 40 damage per attack. They are so bad. It's crazy. It's just Pixonic must have somehow decided that these weapons should no longer exist in the game, and they can't delete them because people bought them. So they just let them die in complete uselessness in their state. I don't get it. And they are not even that old, you know. They're like much newer than Dragoon and Skadi, and yeah, Skadi is even doing badly, you know. But it's doing way better than these weapons. They would really need to rework the entire Corrosion concept to make those weapons work. The Corrosion should tick for a really long time. On those weapons at least, right? Maybe not on battleships, and maybe not on all things that do Corrosion, but certainly on those weapons, because they live from the Corrosion. Same as Viper and Wasp. So these Corrosion weapons, if you don't make these Corrosion functionality work, these weapons literally have nothing going for them. So I'm almost saying that you should probably go and try to rework the entire Corrosion mechanic to the point where maybe you can say the Corrosion that these weapons do lasts for a longer time, you know? Wow, quick kill. and they cannot be removed. A phase shift or something will not remove the corrosion. It will just pause the corrosion, or maybe waste some of that corrosion tick time, so that you didn't feel all of the ticking because you yeah. There's a hacker, by the way. That's a demeter. And at this point here, I didn't know if it was hacking. I was like, wait a minute, this is the time then the shield should drop. And it was still there. And now I'm getting sniped down by somebody else from far away. Yeah, his shield is just non-stop. It just never goes away. So the entire battle ran fine. Everything was working well. It looked like we were having a legit normal match. And then suddenly this cheater came along. I now spawned my Crisis Robot with Gauss because I know I can bypass the shield and bye-bye hacker. It's the only way I could think of to kill him. If you don't bypass that shield, you're never gonna kill him. So my solution was to drop this Crisis. It also can do a good job against Titans, as you can see here. But it would have been better to spawn my own Titan, but again, the Titan would not have been able to bypass the shield, right? So if I wanted to get rid of him, I had to actually spawn boom, 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 firing in sequence. I had to actually spawn the Crisis. No, that's not the cheater. Okay, so him, I can actually drop relatively normally. Next shot, he's gonna be done. Come on, come on. And boom, boom, boom. We got him. Let's see if we can walk around in cover. Titan is following me, but I should get invincible now. Okay, very nice. We are leading the game, 23 versus 10. So wait. Is he shooting me now? Yeah, he is shooting me. But not with all of his weapons. He just has this Pantak rule, and they can shoot you even in stealth. Uh-oh, something hit me. Okay, Bersagliere bow hit me. Alrighty, we are 23 versus 12, so we should be in a good situation here. Let's go and drop that, I was gonna say Seraph, but it's not the Seraph. What's this Titan? Hang it, why did I not remember the name? I haven't played it in a long time. Wow, that was a quick kill. So we're coming in. He's dashing. I'm using my reflector, and he's using his running ability to become invincible. I'm going away from him because I have much more focus fire damage output at long range. I don't have to stand in front of his shotgun, So we're winning this match pretty easily here. But the hacker is still in the game somewhere. Not sure where he went though. Maybe he, I don't know. Maybe he just decided that it would be too obvious if he wants to win this match now with his hacks. But I still caught him. We still know he's a hacker. Yeah, so let me show you the hacker profile and get him reported. He's not even appearing very high in the list, as you can see here. Yeah, that was him with his Demeter. Yeah, I don't know why you need to hack, bro. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Tell me what questions you might have for a potential Q&A on Thailand. And I catch you in the next video. Have a good one, and Manny signing off. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.